Happy New Year! Hi guys, welcome to yet another episode of Whoreible Decisions. Weezy and I decided that we were going to give you guys the best moments of 2018. Now, this is based off some of our patrons. This is based off some of our Twitter followers. And this is also just based on Weezy and I personal opinion. So I'm excited to give you guys now the best moments in 2018 of Whoreible Decisions. Enjoy. Yeah, ho! So we're going to begin with the very first thing that I think was kind of the turning point. So we ended up joining Loudspeaker. And as we were recording our episode, one of the Loudspeaker family members, Dallas Penn, walked into our studio session and decided to share one of his kinks with us on air. And Weezy and I had our mouths to the floor. So listen in as Dallas Penn tells everyone what his kink is.
Masturbated or like touched yourself with something that someone had that you wanted to fuck?
No, I really don't do that. I
Has
just
anybody
don't
seen
see
that
it.
weird? No?
Yeah.
That's some WPS.
Panties that you
White people. Wait, what?
That is a thing.
Wait, what did you just
They
say?
do it in socks.
People always used to masturbate inside shoes, like
Masturbate inside of shoes?
like you go into like a DSW.
I wish you would masturbate in
That's
front
a
of
foot
my,
fetish
in
thing.
some of my motherfucking heels. Who? Wait, you men?
Let's
do
ask
that?
the internet.
Oh yes. I did have an ex who liked my shoes, and he would ask for my shoes and my clothes, and he would do that. So I do know what you're
We gotta
talking
limit
about.
that to Steve
Bro,
Madden. 'cause
I don't
got
know
a
how to
couple
go
expensive pair of
incognito
shoes.
on Google, but
You're not doing that with my red bottoms.
oh my
girl.
god, oh my god! Look, the first thing that popped up. I secretly borrow shoes from my lady friends and masturbate into them.
Thank you.
People tend to frown down upon this when they see you lick the inside of their shoe.
Wait, they lick their own cum?
Bitch, hold on, let's get good.
What?
Oh, hold on. That's
Okay, you don't. He's like, nah, I don't lick my own cum.
Oh, but you have jerked off inside a shoe. Just
Oh, cause that's
What?
not weird at all.
no.
what kind of shoe was it?
What kind of shoe?
It was a Calvin Klein heel.
Okay, that's not too
It
expensive.
was kind of like it was faux croc skin, but it was fire.
Can we hear him at all?
Can we hear him?
Probably not good.
No,
Oh
wait.
no, we
Wait.
gotta get. Can we get you on the mic real quick?
This is Dallas Penn.
Oh hey,
Hi.
hey Dallas Penn. I met you at the.
Hi.
Wait, we gotta get that on the mic though. Come on.
No, we really need to get this crocodile Calvin Klein shit with this. Did you come in?
Okay, so we have someone in the room who has.
All right, I'm talking about a pair of fire ass black label Calvin Klein.
Does it matter
Heels.
if they're like fire or like?
I mean, they just the design was obviously thought of.
Were you
and
turned on
considered.
by her wearing them first, and then you wanted to masturbate in them?
Well, I got to be honest with you. No one had put the shoe on yet, but I imagine the
Oh.
person wearing the shoe,
Whoa!
how
Yeah.
fire they were going
this
to be.
is something.
They were just going to be so fucking incredible.
I need to
And-
quit.
Did you buy her the shoe?
Well, actually, I was working at Marshall's at the time,
Okay.
and I'm in the back stock
Wait, you
room.
was a young nigga doing this?
I wasn't. I mean, yeah, I was younger.
I ain't never buying shoes from Marshall.
Marshalls ain't getting my coins.
I was
now.
I was in my 30s.
Did you take it to
Oh,
the bathroom? How
wow.
did you do it?
No, I was just in the back stock room, and I was like, yo,
Goddamn
the person that's
stock
gonna wear
boy.
this shoe is gonna be so fucking
Gotta
fire,
be big right
and
now.
she's
Gotta
gonna be
be
beautiful,
big
and,
right
and she's
now.
gonna let me fuck because I made her laugh and shit. And, oh my god, like her calves are so crazy, and I just gave it up.
So
I gave it up.
aside from the shoes, you would say you're a man with a foot fetish.
I would say that I like nice shoes.
Weezy is dying.
I would say that I like nice shoes. I don't consider that so much a foot fetish, but I love the architecture of just a really nice heel and what it does to the person wearing it, the confidence that it gives them, the tautness that it gives their calf,
You are in depth on
This
this.
is good because he's just so
the
elegant.
way that it makes.
That's
I mean, a super heel makes you walk a certain way.
Yeah,
And,
you-
like, I
and this,
love-
and this all goes through your mind.
Of
while
course
you're
it does. You
masturbating.
kidding me? You kidding me? The older you get, you start processing all this. You see somebody in heels, and you could be like, "Oh, they just got those heels. They don't even know how to
Niggas
walk in them
don't?
yet. They don't
Y'all
even know how
know
to
this
walk in
shit?
them yet."
Y'all could tell when we just breaking in a shoe.
Please, right now, I'm gonna tell you when the last time you got your eyebrows threaded.
Don't these microblade. Thank you. These tattooed on, nigga.
Okay. I'm gonna have to come and inspect that.
Let me just say, when Pete,
Come and inspect
when,
that.
Pete, when we went on the Premium Pete show and he said that he fucked a mother and a daughter, this is better than that.
Hold on for a second. The God is in the details.
That's crazy. So
Well, I guess it
do you
is.
buy shoes for women? Like, do you currently have a wife?
I
Or
am married
girlfriend?
actually, and the crazy thing, the true story is that my wife, her feet are actually 2 different sizes. So she has to go to Nordstrom
Gotta
because
mix it up.
Nordstrom is the
Keep it
only
kinky.
like department store that will let you buy, like, it's not like a half size off.
Right.
There's more than a whole size difference between
That's
her.
crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, so Nordstrom will let you actually have one shoe in one size, one shoe in another size. But she's the one who kind of got me out of. She kind of saw what my story was, my issue was.
What was your issue? 'Cause
Well,
kinks are not an issue. I want to go ahead and.
I
let that be
had
known,
a
too.
small collection of heels.
That you bought just to jerk off in.
Bro, is this real?
This is real. This is some real shit. She came to my apartment, man, and she got to just see all the shit that I collect and shit that I had fucking hoarded and stuff like that. And I had baby clothes with matching adult clothes.
Wait, what?
Like I had a adult polo bear sweater, 4 of them with the matching baby sweater.
Why?
And for when I had a child that we could twin up.
Oh, I thought this was still getting sexual. I was starting to freak out.
Okay.
All right, but no.
I just looked for the exit right
And
now.
I had a collection of, again, I worked at Marshall's, and every now and then they would get in these incredible designer like these Calvin Klein joints.
So there were shoes that didn't fit her that were in the house.
Yes, she was like, "Yo, whose shoes are these?
Did you tell her what you were
Like,
doing?
whose shoes are you at? They're too small to fit your feet."
I want
Have
y'all
you
to know
heard this
we
story
did,
before?
guys. We did not plan this. These are just
Imani,
awesome
I'm
people
sorry,
in the
but
room while we're
They-
recording.
they would- the first thing she was concerned about, though, real talk, was like, she was like, "Yo, can these shoes fit you?" And I was like, "Nah, they don't fit me."
Oh, she thought you were cross dressing.
She thought I might be, I might have that in my steez, but I was like,
No,
nah,
that's That's too far.
no. But
just
I love the architecture. I love the design of them. I'm just imagining, and this is when I told her my story. I said, I just imagine the person that's gonna put these on, how they're gonna have to walk in them, the confidence that they're gonna have because people are gonna be looking at them. People are gonna be like, "Oh my god."
Does this stem from a foot fetish or no? This is something else.
No, it stems from me just loving being attracted to a confident woman. And it doesn't have to be the heel she has on. She could have on fucking skippies, but she could, again, have her eyebrows micro lasered.
You know, a little too much.
But whatever that she got, though, whatever that she does.
Hey.
You could build a bitch if you wanted to, huh?
You really could.
I want you to build a
First
bitch.
of all,
don't have to.
all these robot chicks, that's from my brain.
Sex dolls are from Dallas, Penn, guys.
That's from my brain totally. All right, and the reason why we're having these sex dolls now anyway is because sex dolls, they haven't been programmed yet to say me too.
Oh shit.
Did I fuck up?
What a bittersweet clip this next one is for me. This episode, I didn't even want to post. I didn't want cameras, therefore, I was so angry about. And it's episode 77, Working Out the Kinks, the most talked about episode. People that don't even listen to our podcast, check this out. And it was amazing that it happened. I think I really was angry for the first half of this episode that we went through a therapy session with someone that listened to an episode and had this bias of me because she's only heard one thing. And I was so mad to be there and to know that all these people would get to listen. But when Mandii got emotional, it really was a pivotal point for me in realizing some of my wrongdoings and wanting to grow. And I know that many of you shared with us that you've cried in your car or your cubicle or just on the subway listening to this. And it was such an intense moment to hear Mandii get upset. And I'm very grateful that we had a breakthrough. So share this moment again with us. Don't cry. We're doing great, but enjoy. Episode 77, Working Out the Kinks.
You know what? Even with all this fluff and all the... You're a little rumpkin bumpkin. You both are. You're so sensitive. You
Of
don't know...
course. You think I want Mandii to be upset?
no. But I think that you hide...
See, you don't even believe me. So
I
why
don't.
Then why do you even
Yeah,
ask?
can I say something? So why am I here? You're just wasting money. So you did it again. You did it again. every time she makes an attempt, and I know past behavior informs present behavior and your perception, but you've got to give it a try if you want even a modicum of this to work out. You've got to try.
You just asked me to let go of baggage.
You've got to have a sense of faith.
Yes. Yes.
How hard is it for you to be soft?
This is the problem. When I sit here and actually do hurt or actually do show my emotions, then I get, well, you not even the emo hoe. I didn't think you was going to be mad. As a human being, I do hurt. I do get my emotions, like, bothered with. So it bothers me that because I don't sit here and show emotions or talk about the men that I love, or I don't have these emotions for men, that people just assume that she's going to get over it. She's going to laugh it off. She's not going to be hurt. And I think that's bullshit, because I do. Do I sit here and show my emotions as much as others? No. But when I sit here and receive something in private and then in front of other people I'm getting a different thing, yes, I become frustrated. Yes, I can't take it in as genuine. Because behind closed doors and within our personal conversations, I'm over-talked to or hung up on. We both hung up on each other. It goes to levels to where we're just trying to talk over each other. And there is no resolution. So when I come into a place or I sit here and my feelings are actually hurt, for that to not be acknowledged, for me to be told you're not getting an apology from me, and for me to get a long thread, oh, so now you want to be emotional? You're just overreacting. And it's like, yes, I'm not the one that shows my emotions on this podcast. People bring it up all the time. I'm able to have sex without tying emotions to it. But I do still want a certain level of respect from people, and when my feelings are hurt, specifically from people that I do business with, specifically from people that I help put money into their pockets, that we make money together, from someone that I'm building something strong with, I absolutely want them to know that I am still human. And if I'm going to respond in a way that you knew I would respond, because you said you knew I would be upset,
I did not.
Did you know I would be this upset? No. But the fact that when I showed my emotions, you came to me and was like,
Bro,
well, I'm the emo hoe, you're overreacting.
Well, but
that's where I'm hurt.
Mandii,
Like, that's
okay,
bullshit.
I get it. But
It's
you
bullshit.
contribute to the problem, sweetie.
Because I don't show my emotions. I'm very cold, and I don't show my emotions with a lot of
Sweetie,
people.
I
My
know.
mom was that way. This is how I am.
No.
No, it is.
It is how you are, but it doesn't have to be the way. It doesn't have to. You don't always have to be that way. And what you're doing, listen, is you do yourself a great disservice by presenting yourself as unbreakable.
I'll agree to that. Yes.
Okay.
That was my mom.
And so this one, Weezy, who has a hard time taking responsibility for being hurtful, she's gonna hide behind that. Oh, Mandi's tough. So you need to share and be more open. You're asking her to be more open. You need to do the same. And I don't know, maybe this whole podcast, you two being these like brazenly open, sexually, whatever, it does you a disservice because it doesn't allow you to be who you truly are. And maybe that's something you two need to build upon with the podcast, is you can be brazen, you can have this open sexual energy and connect with people, and stop bullshitting yourselves and saying that there's no emotion behind it, because that's not true. So, how do you feel about the fact that she is crying in front of you? And please be thoughtful. I don't.
Of course. I mean,
that. Slowly.
Honestly, I'm surprised. I thought I would be the one, and I did, to cry. I'm crying to look at you crying. I feel so bad. You know, I feel really bad that you feel like this. And,
Okay.
And no, I feel bad that you really think
No.
that.
Say, I feel badly that you think I hurt you.
Yes.
Say it.
I feel badly that you think I hurt you. And I think I said it
And
earlier.
I feel badly that I did hurt you because you have done something.
Of course. I feel badly that I did hurt you. I feel badly that, you know, you said because I'm not emotional, you knew I would react that way. No, I didn't. I feel badly that I responded with you that way. Sometimes I do have to be softer to you. But I think I've just felt maybe, I don't know what the word is. Maybe I didn't feel remorse because I was already harboring feelings for things that I feel like I went through on this show. For the most part on the show, I feel like I'm the one who's super emotional. So when you reacted that way and went crazy, yes, I was like, fuck you, because I felt like you said fuck me. The one thing that I could ever say that I want from you is just to call me first. And I feel like the reason I've been so upset with you is because when we talk, you bring up other people. A-King said, my friends say, Van says, Maul says. I don't care. I want to know what you think.
Okay, stop. Are you taking in everything she's saying? 'Cause
I am.
I gotta say, it appears quite genuine to me. Can you accept her apology? And I need for you to tap into the softer part of yourself, not the cold mother pushing people away. This is your opportunity.
There's a lot going on in my head right now.
Why would I want to come on here and cry in front of you and all these people in the room if I didn't mean it?
Okay, stop. Mandii, it's hard. It's hard. But I need for you to embrace the fact that Weezy is actually being genuine and caring.
I can acknowledge that.
Okay. Can you say it to her, not to me?
I can sit here and say I'm acknowledging what you're saying. And I'm going to stop there because I know that I'm not able to say a but.
Then that's something.
Right, which is, so I want to say, I do appreciate you acknowledging and us getting to where we are right now, because I feel like it's been a huge detriment to how we have been communicating over the last year and a half. We sat here at episode 5 ready to give in. We've sat here at episode 16, 17 ready to give in.
Right.
We've sat here at episode 30 and almost given in. So you sitting here and acknowledging that, I appreciate that. And moving forward, if this is something to where you can sit here and look at me as a human being, even if it's someone that you don't like, look at me as that human being, knowing that I have feelings, knowing that I have emotions. And even if we're not friends, those 3 close friends to you, look at me, and when you do things, I just want you to say, would my 3 best friends like if I did this to them?
But what about
because
friends?
even though we're not friends, Weezy, this is a business.
Stop.
Not only that,
Stop.
I feel like our relationship and the things that we go through are much more than a marriage. Okay. They're much more than a friendship.
Okay, so
they're much more than a lot of other types of relationships.
Mandii, are you going to do the same?
Yes.
Say that to her.
Yes.
Because you've told me.
Yes. Moving forward.
You wouldn't. You said you're the only person. We were in that meeting with Chris and A-King.
Yes, we were.
You told me
we were.
I treat you like this. You're the only person.
I absolutely stand by that.
Mandii, stop. You see,
She's throwing me under the bus.
No, I'm not. I said you told me you can't do this for me.
Oh my God.
To my face.
I literally have 1 minute.
That's fine.
You just did it. You had a breakthrough, and then you can't tolerate the feel-good emotions. You can't.
What was said?
I need for you to say that going forward, you're going to extend to her the same respect that you deserve and want. And don't tell me you've always demonstrated.
No, that's fine. But
we'll say it.
Can I sit here and say that there was a misunderstanding? And that has to be clear before we move forward. I sat here and said that is something that I'm willing to do. What was misconstrued and what was said was that I don't have this energy or interaction or relationship with anyone the way that I do you in my life currently.
Yeah, you said it to
that
me.
is what was said.
You said that's why I treat you this way.
I don't treat you away. We have no way of communication.
Okay, but we've already gotten past that.
Right, we've gotten past that.
Okay.
So that's what I'm telling you.
How
is that I'm sitting here telling you to your face that I'm willing to do that, and I have. But in terms of...
Not the but. Stop. I'm willing to do that, and I have. Are you willing to work with her as well?
Absolutely.
Okay, so... This guy's falling asleep. I have a headache. I've got to say, this is way past my bedtime.
Mine too.
Thank you for coming.
Can I shake your hand now?
I don't know why you didn't shake my hand.
Because we tend not to.
My therapist gets uncomfortable when I hug her after, so I get it.
You go to therapy.
All the time.
Holy cow.
So one of my favorite episodes for 2018 was when we had Cake on, and she sat here and showed motherfucking love and confidence for all of the BBWs. So take a listen to this episode where Cake sat here and said, why these niggas be liking us big girls? Yes.
Talk to you is BBW sluts. So, or BBW, big booty, big. We gonna pull it up.
Well, can I ask this question while you're pulling that up? What's the difference on each site?
Well, that's a good question. That I couldn't find.
So I started out in the BBW community or the BBW niche, and then I decided because the guy that I was working with, he kept bringing me smaller girls that were kind of thick, but they weren't BBW. He kept bringing me girls like Mandii. You know what I'm saying? Like she's
Mandii eating this shit up right now.
Wait, but you're not really a BBW, sis.
This is the best thing I've heard.
You ain't really a BBW.
But they be calling me BBW. Maybe 30 pounds ago I was.
You ain't really a BBW.
Wait. So what's a BBW
You a
then?
thick
Let me tell you what's funny
I'm
about
a
her
thick
saying
snack.
that.
That's
I
what
agree.
you are.
I never
You've
thought
said
the
that,
BBW.
yeah.
I'm
but
BBW.
skinny bitches think anybody's fucking fat, dude.
That's
No,
factual.
skinny bitches.
That's factual.
No, they definitely do. And I get comments on Instagram that say big beautiful. That's what
No,
BBW
I mean, you
is.
thick, but
I
you're
get
not a
big beautiful.
BBW.
Okay, so a BBW for our listeners then, because I think
Mandy's smiling, but she
no,
low key is
because
like.
I think Drake maybe made
I'm
it
not-
acceptable for just thick bitches to be like, BBW, because Drake like BBW.
Mhm.
He fuck BBWs and they not BBWs. Okay,
No, they're
so a
definitely
BBW is. Can you give a weight variance or what is a BBW that you have?
Okay, so it's just like a girl that's you got some gut, you got some butt, got some titties.
So can I say this one? I'm really scared to say it because I don't want it to be
Talk
insulting.
about it.
No, go
I'm
ahead.
definitely not insulted.
I've always, when I've seen BBW porn, it's always like
They're really big.
well, like a lot of you've got you could grab something, you've got some rolls, some stuff, some a lot of fucking
meat.
Yeah, you got a lot of
Okay.
meat, and it's to me not really thick. I think different when I think thick.
Mhm.
To me, I think Black China type of thick, or
Okay.
See,
Let me
Well,
ask
now
you
she's
like,
too skinny.
Now that I'm looking at her, you do BBW. What about chocolatey booty goddess? Because she looks thick to me. But
she
would she
actually
be
lost
BBW?
some weight, but she's
Okay.
a BBW. She got a big old ass.
Okay.
She got she has
That's BBW. Okay.
Queen
That
Spit.
picture?
Does that girl write us?
She's
Yeah,
BBW.
All the time. Yes.
She's BBW. So it's I want to say if you're 250, 225 and up, I don't know how much you weigh,
okay.
but
Neither of those.
250 and up,
Shade.
that's
I'm just saying.
that's BBW. But if
Okay.
you're in the early 200s, you just
You just
a
thick.
thickie.
And that's
Okay.
the thing with BBW. I think men want to see more meat in your in your stomach too. That's what
Yeah,
they're looking
so-
for.
so-
Let me just say something. First of all, we were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
It's propaganda. These niggas be out here feeding propaganda to females. Niggas is still lifting up bitches' muffin top and eating that pussy.
I
Let's
believe it.
talk about it.
Yes.
Niggas is lifting up the muffin top and eating that BBW pussy. Niggas is eating it from the back like a Big Mac. They doing all of that, okay?
Hey, from the back like a
Okay.
Big Mac.
All that. Eating it from the back like a Big Mac.
oh, lift up the muffin top, BBW.
They doing it. Let's not
Okay.
front. Let me just say this. I when I was in my whole phase, I was getting flown out. Niggas was tricking on me. You know what I'm saying? What is y'all talking about? Let me tell you something. Everybody thinks that just because their perspective is one way, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
There's a whole community in New York City of BBWs. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
My homeboy Mike, he throws BBW parties at Slaggers in Midtown,
And what
that
are those,
shit
what
be
are those
packed,
parties like?
packed with fine ass niggas at that, popping ass niggas buying bottles. All kind of shit. So just because your experience is not you never looked at BBWs, it's a whole community and niggas really do fuck with it.
Yeah.
What niggas do is they put this propaganda out there to separate us as women. You know what I'm saying?
For
so
sure.
you could feel like you're better than me because you're smaller, and This way, they're able to divide and conquer easier because bitches over there like, that fat bitch ain't gonna take my man. Yes, I will, bitch. I will.
Yes, I will.
I will. And he'll be
sure
spending
will.
mad money on me, sis. He will. He will. He will fly me out. He will do all that, okay? Yes. I'll ride his face. I will.
I will. Now, see, but I even be, and you be riding face.
Damn right. Niggas be wanting you to sit all of that on their face, girl. What?
Dude, like they can breathe.
They can breathe, I guess. I mean, you gotta hold yourself up a little bit, bro.
Honestly,
That's what the headboard is for.
I think that like
You
some
right.
part of the fantasy though is like having a girl that's bigger and thighs so big that it kind of like suffocates you a
Smother
little
and
bit.
that's a whole niche.
And so
That's a whole porn niche.
a lot of
I've
the
seen it.
girls on your site are in the BBW category. And so where do you find these women? Because I feel like we get so many letters from listeners that once they reach maybe they gain weight or reach the BBW status, their confidence leaves them.
That's
You
a
have
damn
very
shame.
confident women on your website who embrace
Once
all
they
of those.
lose the weight, you said? What'd you say?
No,
Once
when
they
they
gain.
gain the weight,
Oh.
and we've had male listeners say, "My wife lost her confidence." We've had a lot of those letters. So where do you find these women?
Let me just say, because I don't know if you guys know this, but I used to be a part of the adult industry more so than just being what I am
Behind the
today.
scenes. Okay.
I used to be a stripper back in like 2005, 2006. I was going to Rockwell's in Brooklyn collecting my coins. Okay, and I was getting my money and I was getting my life. So
I'm just waiting for one more one-liner. 'Cause
One
that
line,
Big Mac,
you have
all
some liners, bitch.
as much as I
want
to pay attention to you, all I could think about is that.
Big Mac, Big Mac, Big Mac.
That was the best shit I've heard. That was one of my favorite fucking lines.
Yeah.
So, but not for nothing. Like, so I'm really in the industry. Like, I know
Okay.
a lot of people. People know about my site's been around for a while.
Okay.
And I just this year started.
Have you ever been featured on your site? Sorry to interrupt you.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I was at one point in time, but I just realized I felt like my talents were more served behind the camera.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I had a big following. I went mainstream, and that's
How did you find your
your-
co-stars?
Yeah, that's what I asked. How do you find these women?
Boyfriends? Were they
They
lovers?
know about me. My co-stars.
Were they guys that wanted to
You know,
fuck you?
I'll be honest with you. That was I had these hoes. You know,
I had these hoes.
niggas were trying to holler at me, and like in the earlies, like when in the beginning, like I used to just niggas want to fuck, we're gonna fuck on film, and then it was like
Did you ever like charge them to fuck you?
charge me to what? No,
Charge them to fuck you?
No, sis. What are you talking about?
I'm saying they want you to have
trying to
it.
get me to admit to a
right.
crime
No,
on it.
This is what King Nora said. Charge. I don't charge for those.
Oh, sorry.
You can't get
Sis.
Have you ever had roses as a donation?
roses.
I want to pause for a second. I did not mean that to insult you.
No,
But
I'm just
if
saying,
niggas want to fuck you that bad,
Trying to get me caught up, bitch.
let me just say this:
fuck?
I
get
had hoes, and they was tricking on me.
Okay.
Basically.
There we go.
I
Okay.
basically was able to get any man in my life to do, go be in a video. Let's do this. Give me some money. Like I had the same life as you guys.
Yes.
Like, not
now
as
you
you
just
guys.
trying to.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I did the same shit as your hoe ass bitch.
Right.
No, I'm just
I'm just
saying,
playing.
like, but it's a commonality in the
Right.
Okay.
experience. Like, people tend to think that BBWs is like so different
Right.
than y'all, but we're not. We're just,
Now,
we're the same.
I want to know one more thing. I know you have some questions too. So you told us earlier before we were airing that you have a boyfriend.
Yeah, I do.
Now, what has changed since you've had your site and your, I guess, social media personality since you've had a boyfriend, and what does he want you to do different?
So,
Mm.
he.
Did I just ruin the mood?
Well, we got men in the room that are curious because before you answer that, we have two men in the room. Would you guys have a problem dating someone in the industry, as far as the porn industry, or doing what she does as
Be honest.
Behind the scenes, probably not. But if she was
in
on
front of the camera?
yeah,
Yes.
What about if she was a porn star when you met her and now she's only doing lesbian porn?
I wouldn't. Oh wait, now do.
Because you know a lot of porn stars do that. They stop fucking men.
And they just do lesbian.
And it
I'm cool
fucks
with
up their money.
What about you, King? Oh yeah, he like y'all gonna hear me.
She'd had to educate me in its full entirety about her world before.
Because this is the thing.
I wouldn't
respect
be
that.
close-minded. I just
I
wanna
can
be,
respect that.
Like, cause I know
Yeah.
my perception of what it is probably far different from what it really is.
Can I
Facts.
say? Can I?
Probably like she said, perspective, right?
I want to
Right.
kick some
So,
facts.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
drop
So
some
let me
facts
just
for
say
us.
something. One thing that a lot of people don't get is that hoes, real hoes, and porn stars Guess what? We're cleaner than regular bitches, okay?
That's
hoes, they
what
suck dick with a condom. Regular bitches will go to the club and meet a nigga and suck his dick the same night, nut all in the back of their throat.
I
don't think that,
I sure do. No
I'm just
condom.
saying.
When he made that comment, I wasn't really thinking about like safety. I was thinking of like men feeling secure.
Well, see,
Yeah,
my
that too.
dude, like, he really fucks with me. And he fucks with me on the level, like, when I met him.
How long you been together?
We've been together for, like, 10 years now.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm saying?
He done seen you before.
He really
in front
no,
of the
we
camera
don't. So when he met me, I was just like really getting into that lifestyle. I was dancing, and it wasn't like it was one of those situations where I really wasn't. It wasn't supposed to be what it is today.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And after a while, he was just like, "Is this what you want to do?" And I'm like. And it started not feeling like, at first it was empowering because I grew up with my mom and people in my family telling me you're fat, nobody's gonna want you. And the fact that I'm making money off of my body.
Wait, who told you this?
My mom and my family.
Your own mom was telling you because of your weight, no one would want you.
That was the
narrative. I feel like a lot of women deal with that growing up. They like bigger girls that grow up are told not to eat, like you fat, and even not only from the family, you're getting it at school, you're getting it from your peers, and so what made you go to where you was like, fuck what my mom gotta say, I'm beautiful, I'm big, and I'm loving it, and I'm finna do what I need to do? Like, was it immediate or did it take time?
It took time. Okay. I went through a lot of shitty relationships and settling for less and not feeling like, just taking whatever I could get. And then like life's gritty reality set in because I got kicked out when I was 18. Okay. And, bitch had to pay her bills. Bitch had to get her coins.
So it was only right that we gave you guys the episode that had the most listens for the year. And it was none other than the episode with Rory from the Joe Budden podcast. We talked about ghosts, cream pies, and he shared a very interesting story about how, was it cuckolding? I don't know. It was weird though. And he shared a story with us about how he got caught fucking someone's wife. Anyways, it was very interesting. It was very entertaining. Tune in to this moment of 2018 where Rory shared one of his biggest horrible decisions.
It's from the cuckold couple. They made a separate email for this shit, so I know they was like, we really on the low. Oh, shit. Hello, ladies. Just found the podcast, and damn, I love it. Very raw and truthful. We're a couple in Washington State who's been together since high school, 15 years old, and now we're both 38. We have had an open relationship for 10 years. She enjoys having...
No, go ahead.
That's a long time. She enjoys having her boyfriends, but is now craving black dick. We have been searching, and I've been trying to find a guy.
Wait, we've been searching?
Wait, they've both been searching for black dicks.
By the way, I asked him later what their ethnicity was, and they're white.
Well, you don't say. But
I wanted to know if she was
I'm
black.
just curious how the guy is searching.
The guy is searching for
yo, fam. What's your dick game like?
Your black dick.
We have been searching, and I have been trying to find a guy to be her first in this arena, and it's not the easiest thing. This show makes us feel less alone, and since none of our family and friends know, hope you continue to have great success. P.S. I would totally snowball Rihanna with Shakira with another man's cum.
Is snowball like the cream pie thing?
No, snowball is when it's not cum swapping. It's your own semen, or it's like someone else's. Well, it's just cum swapping, basically snowballing, passing it back and forth.
Oh, okay.
But that's a cuckolding thing, right? Because like in a lot of cuckolding videos, you'll watch her be like, "Oh, lick his cum off of me," or "Suck the cum out of his dick," like crazy shit.
What was the question in that?
I think his question is.
Nah, he was just trying to get something off his chest.
He was just trying to get some black dick.
I guess like kind of like maybe the how-to, because they're saying they're searching and it's not easy.
Go to Jamaica. So I went to hedonism. I mean, I'm just saying. So I went to hedonism, which is so it's a nude adult only resort in Jamaica. And when I went, there was a lot of white couples there that literally said to me that they were there for black dick. And of course, Jamaicans are black with big dicks. So I would say...
You would know in Orlando.
I
forgot which one said that.
You dealt with him.
I'm surprised I ain't got no kids.
Shit, my daddy's Jamaican. I'm sure my mama dealt with him for a reason. But because he ain't shit. But I would say... I
think that's just something that's in your Jamaican bloodline.
Jamaican niggas
Remember I said
shit.
dancing niggas ain't shit. Kappas and Jamaicans.
And they all
I lived
dance.
with a Jamaican family.
I'm just saying, they just don't... They all ain't shit. I would say, though, if you're looking for something to do, I don't know what city you live in. So my suggestion would be to go to hedonism. It is, again, it's a resort in Jamaica, and that's what you have there is black cocks to fuck your white wife.
I had something like that happen to me.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you had something like...
We talked about it in
We did
Chicago?
talk about it in Chicago, and I was like, "You did what?" I said, "You need to bring it up. We got to bring you on the podcast. You got to say it." So you've
It's
been
fine.
a part of a cuckold?
I told this
Your
on
WWC, white cock?
Is it WWC? Wait, is that
Or your widow white cock?
on Pornhub? Does WWC pop up?
I have never Pornhub.
No, if you look up cuckolding, like, so actually I wanted to watch cuckolding porn, but I kept getting annoyed at all the fetishizing of black men. So I'm like, let me try to find
But you're not
all
a
white
black
people.
man, and you were asked to cuckold. So
No,
wait,
whoa,
what
whoa,
happened?
I wasn't asked. Nobody asked me.
Okay, wait.
Nobody asked.
So what happened with your cuckolding story?
I was like, I told this on my podcast, but it was a long, like back when we was in the lower numbers.
Oh.
So I don't know.
We
if
were
people,
only at 100,000 then.
That's a fact.
You fucking asshole. Oh, you definitely dubbing this shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm
joking.
when y'all record, because I'm setting a reminder, nigga. Put me on.
So what happened?
I was like 20 or 21 maybe, and I was working for a label at the time, and these artists from Ohio, I'm not going to say who it was.
Okay, Bone Thugs and Harmony. No,
No, it was not. No. Busy Bone. It wasn't
Bone
Busy
Thugs.
Bone and his wife.
Oh my
They're the only ones I know from Ohio outside
So
Bow Wow. But
they
okay.
came and they asked me. They was like, "Yo, can you take their whole crew out? Because you young and you know what's going on in New York. Like, take them out, let them see the city." It was a big group of them, so I took them down to a spot on Bleecker. We was chilling, whatever, and some girl that really didn't say much at all the whole time came up to me when she was leaving, and she was like, "I just want to give you my number." I was like, "All right, cool." Didn't think anything of it. Continued the night. She texted me like, "Yo, this is my hotel." I said, "All right, I'm 20."
Right. Okay, I'm coming over.
I'm 20.
With the shits. So I take a cab. This was prior to Uber. I take a cab up there. I'm like, "Yo, I'm in the lobby." She said, "Give me a second."
Okay.
Now that I'm 28, red flag.
Give me a second. She could have been wiping her pussy.
Red
She could have been
fucking
doing a whole
flag.
bath.
I told you I was on the way.
Oh,
red flag.
You're right. Okay.
So then I get to the elevator when she says, "Come up." I see it's the key card thing. I'm like, "All right, you got to come down and get me." She comes down in like a robe. I'm like, "All right, that's a little,
She ready.
a little crazy that you
A
did this
robe?
in the lobby."
Like, you let it be known.
So we get into the room. She take a shit off right away. I'm like, "Oh, we getting to it. This is great. This is like a porno. This is awesome." So she starts sucking my dick. I was like, this is straight out of, like, I didn't even have to work for this. I said one word to this chick. This is awesome.
Wow.
Then I slightly see the bathroom door start to open.
Bro, shut the fuck up.
You thought another girl was coming
I
in?
thought she was getting set up.
No. From where I'm from,
Right. That you can't set up. You about to get robbed.
I'm about to get robbed.
Right.
She was a pawn, and my dumb 20-year-old ass fell for that shit. Because I'm horny. I'm 20.
Shit, it might be worth the $300 you have
So
on you.
So you don't
No. You know how broke I was at 20 years old?
Right.
I didn't know you're white. I just feel like all the families are worse.
Well, let's end that now. We all don't know a judge.
Right.
Facts, okay.
So the door opens. I said, "Oh, I'm getting robbed. It's over now. Let me start. Where's my wallet? I take my iPhone 3. So I see just arms come out with an iPad. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck? So I pushed her head off of me, which kind of hurt when you're 20 and horny, because that shit was all right.
Blue balls.
And this big-ass dude comes out the bathroom with an iPad. And I said,
Hold on, is this another white couple?
No, they were black. Both of them were black.
Oh!
Shut the
Now
fuck
this makes it
up.
Yeah, both of them were black.
You left that detail out.
No, we needed it.
We needed that.
We just all, I guess we should have assumed all your friends are
assumed
black.
they were white.
Well, they weren't my friends. They were
Right,
just
they
some
were just-
people that were there.
Okay, so he comes out
So
with
this
the
big
iPad.
dude comes
Yes.
out with an iPad filming. And I'm like, "Yo, what the fuck is going on?" And he's like, nah, bro, you could fuck her. I said, "What?" So I go up to him and I said, "Give me that fucking iPad." He said, nah, it's cool, bro. Like, it's fine. That's my wife. I said, "What?"
If he didn't come out with an iPad, was it the recording that bothered you?
No.
No,
The man coming out of a bathroom bothered me.
Hold on. Well, wait. I guess more so it's like continuing is what she meant. Like, if he didn't come out with the iPad, would that bother you? Like, to keep going?
No.
You just wasn't.
Fuck
you weren't
outta here.
interested.
Really? I feel like
some
the
big dude
recording
come
is a
out
big
the-
deal.
The recording
Oh,
is a big deal.
No, what happened was he was like, no, that's my wife. Like, this is what we do. You could, like, I want you to fuck her. And I was like, no. He's like, nah, it's not like I'm going to get involved. Like, I just want to watch y'all fuck. I was like, dog, give me that fucking iPad. Took the iPad, opened that shit, deleted that video, threw that shit on the bed, and ran the fuck out of that hotel room. No.
Wow.
Nope.
So it's safe to say you're not into cuckolding, or at this day and age, is that
That's
something that you
not
would be
cuckolding.
into?
That's a surprise.
That's a surprise.
A man coming out of
Well,
a bathroom while you getting your dick sucked.
Honestly, like,
That's
can
crazy.
you? That's some fucking.
And I still had like that nervousness of getting robbed.
No, you were still you were super violated.
Your dick.
Not
totally
only
went
did someone surprise you with someone else, but
My
with
dick
a
was
fucking
inside
recording?
my body. I didn't have a dick at that point.
Did it go up like the balls be going?
My dick went inside.
Yeah, he was terrified.
What is it? You know what happens when your balls like go up and then like they have to fall back down? Is that how your dick went?
Cancer, I think.
No. You know how people say their balls get up there and then they have to like drop back?
Like,
I don't know
like
about
children.
that.
Have you ever heard this?
I've never heard of this.
I
either.
heard that your balls can like get up too high and then like it takes a minute for them to like settle down, like your testicles. Like,
Oh no, it's never happened to me.
We have 2 men in the room. It's never happened, and I've never heard of this happening.
I was reading about it.
In what book?
Well, I was trying to
Wikipedia
find
is not a good
a
source.
kink, and the kink I was trying to find was about like the kicking, which we've already done. But the sensation apparently from your balls going up is the thing that people like.
A sensation
that you get when your balls go back up when they start like they go.
No, it's
up.
like the most painful when they get kicked and up there.
I know, but apparently some people like it.
Some people ask to get
So I was
kicked in
trying to
their-
figure
in
out
their
what.
nuts.
That's how I found it. Look, I know
I'm not a girl
I'm
that
like the
liked,
Nancy Drew
cigarettes
for like sex shit
put
at
on
this
her
point.
arm when she fucked.
Wait,
I did not have sex with
but
this
you
woman.
know her?
I mean, I don't know where she is now.
Right, but
I'd imagine she's probably not
she
doing
used
too
to
well.
ask guys to burn to
Yeah,
ash
like that
cigarettes on
was
her
her
arm.
thing. When she fucked, she liked cigarettes being burnt on her.
Well, I
And she
mean,
had
that's
scars. I could see the scars on her arm.
That's like with Lisa Spliffson. People, she ashes them in people's mouth.
That's gross.
She's a dom.
Yeah, she's a dom
Okay.
that does that. But I feel like if a woman is wanting to be ashed while getting
No,
fucked
not
for-
ash. No, the whole cigarette burnt. That's not ash. That's a cigarette being burnt in your skin. She had scars on her forearm.
I mean, I can understand candle wax, but
Yeah, I don't know about no goddamn cigarettes.
I recently did a candle wax thing. I liked it. But it was a special sex candle, apparently, to where.
It wasn't like OD burning.
Well,
it wasn't,
yeah,
it
so
wasn't
like
from
you
Yankee
can't
Candle.
just use any candle.
Oh yeah, because that should be.
Yeah, like you
hot.
said, it can't be Yankee.
Yeah.
It can't be.
should be hot as
It can't be Glade.
Please let them
You've
know.
never accidentally had candle wax on you before? That shit hurt?
I mean, no. I mean, it could still. Some people still want it to be that hot, but the sex candle that I used apparently was like it dripped slower, so it wasn't as like. You know, it's supposed to feel like a sting, but I really enjoyed it. It was on my back.
I guess that's a good tip, I guess, to give to our listeners. If anyone is interested in maybe candle wax play, to know that there is actual sex candles to look at, and maybe don't go the cheap route or the expensive route and get Yankee Candle.
Yeah, use our
Factory
code
because-
WD50.
Yeah, there you go.
On Adam and
I'm about to
Eve.
Pour a
And
whole Yankee Candle on a chick.
I be getting mine from Ross too.
Don't do
like, you
that.
smell like lemongrass, bitch.
So this episode is yet another one where the guest and myself just were not agreeing. We tried to bring you guys an episode with an actual sugar daddy and failed miserably because what we got instead was a splendid daddy. He was a trick, he was a John, he was everything but a sugar daddy. I don't know what sugar he was giving out. Maybe it was, the artificial type. But yeah, this episode caused quite the reaction from a lot of our listeners. So listen in now to moments of 2018 where we had a sugar daddy that wasn't a sugar daddy.
They went.
What is your type? What is your type?
Nah,
do you
I
put in
that
slim
shit-
and athletic?
I put that shit in. It's black and Latino, 100%.
You lying?
I
You
don't believe
lying.
it either.
I don't believe his ass at all.
Like I show you the.
Oh, now he's
Oh,
pulling
okay,
out.
pull
You
out
gonna
the-
pull out your?
Pull
You're
out
gonna,
the- So okay, so you're typing in
I'm
black
not
and
gonna show you
Latino. What is
everything,
the age range for your ideal
yeah,
sugar
that's
baby?
for your ideal sugar baby.
Oh,
Good
you
question.
know, man. Well, first I'm searching distance, right? And I'm keeping.
You want them close or far?
Close.
Okay.
Close. You know what I'm saying?
I like out of town sugar daddies.
Yeah.
What is the allowance that you have on your profile?
Negotiable.
I don't put that shit on there. Like it's
No,
like,
yeah.
It's like, it's
Well,
like,
when they ask like how much they want monthly, what's your cap? What's
No. I'm. Yeah. The first rule of negotiating is like you never set the price first. Like. You never. You
Nigga,
always
we
set the
asking.
price.
Yeah, we're asking.
No, I'm telling you what I do, right? Like I said.
Okay.
First of all,
I wanna
let that
know.
be the last time y'all yell at me. Cut that shit out.
Look,
right?
Vanilla.
Look at the
second
dominance
of all-
setting in. You
second
must
of-
not know.
Second of all, no,
ain't paying us.
On some,
Right.
on some real shit though. You don't. I mean, that's just how you negotiate. Like you never set the price first. Like you know what I'm saying. You see what their price is, and then you work around it.
Well, my question is more as like your personal cap. What is the max you are willing to spend?
Yo, it depends on how bad the bitch is, man.
What's
like,
the most you spent then?
The most, man.
This is what we about to know. What type of sugar daddy you are?
That shit was like the most is like 12.
1,000? 1,200 for a one night?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Okay, so that was my question.
That kind of gave me an idea.
But that was going to be my question. When you set up these arrangements, and she wasn't white. When you set up these arrangements, do you only pay a sugar baby after she gives you sex? Or are there gifts and money before sex takes place?
Oh, man, she might get some dinner or something. She might accompany me to dinner.
Okay, and how many dinners are you going to before you're expecting sex? Since this is the arrangement,
I'm having sex immediately after. You know what I'm saying?
On the first date.
Now, how do you have that conversation? Because a lot of times, like, so I was on seeking arrangement like when I was maybe, I'd say 18 through 22, and so like I would go to dinner and like they would bring the cash and I'd be like, okay, so this must be you just.
Oh no. See,
and they would give me cash.
They fucking up.
I would take the cash and then be like, well, I'll see you again. Now,
yo, shout out to that lame ass nigga.
Well, that's how I was kind of going the first time, and they were telling me that this is how they want to show me they're interested in me. Now I'm learning because I've been talking to a few girls on Instagram. The PPM, pay per meet.
Yeah.
So do you have that discussion before you get to dinner?
I have the whole discussion, man. So basically, it's like we start talking about so what kind of relationship we looking for, right? And they're like, oh, I'm looking for some blah 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 blah. I don't really give a fuck what they say, right? And then I'll say, all right, was you thinking like some long term or pay per meet, right? And then they'll say either one. I don't give a fuck what they say. And then I was like, all right, well, let's start off with like the pay per meet or something, no matter what they say.
Okay.
Right? And then. Like they're in a bad situation, like with me, right? Because I negotiate for a living. You know what I'm saying? Like so, it's what's that for? The fuck was that for?
So I'm making this. I'm making this face first off because to me, sugaring like how you're describing it to me is more tricking on prostitutes than sugaring. Only because, and I've had this conversation with a lot of my friends because I mean maybe I'm blessed with the guys that I've had in my life over the years, but they live in other different states, cities, and I can literally call them and ask for money, and I'm getting it without having to fuck them.
Here's the thing.
Well,
no. It can evolve
to that.
Okay.
I was gonna say I don't think that's what anybody thinks they're signing up for ever.
Nah.
That comes with tenure. That comes with time.
Yeah. That
You've
comes,
known these people
like
for a long time.
You gotta work.
Ain't
your
no
way
nigga
into
you
that
meeting for a month that's just like I mean maybe, but the chances are slim, right?
Nah.
For both you and I, if we did that, I bet it would be someone that we've known.
Yeah, but I mean, I only disagree with this because I have friends currently, and they've gotten red bottoms, dinners, all this stuff well before sex, money before sex.
Okay, so with sugaring, I will say this to both of your points. What he's saying is not sugaring, and what you're saying with the I can call men and get that money, that's not sugaring either. Sugaring by definition is not a pay per meet. Yeah. However, seeking arrangement has made that a very normalized thing, right? Sugaring by definition is either allowance, cash, or gifts, but it has no exchange during the actual act of sex.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. Well, then I don't be sugaring then. My fault.
You just be buying for pussy.
Well, here's the thing.
You just be buying pussy. That's what he be doing.
I'd rather do that. You know what I'm saying? But it can evolve into more of a relationship that you're talking about. And hopefully it does into something more like that, where it's like, for one, it's more economical for me, but it's also probably puts her in a better position to for whatever it is she's trying to accomplish or her needs. It probably puts her in a better
what
position,
is the ideal? Is it like a college girl's more ideal for you? Is it a girl that has kids? Is it like someone that just needs to do this to get away?
My whole life, man. I don't think I've ever fucked a girl with kids. Like not,
Really?
Yeah. You fucked a girl with kids?
I have.
See, you just said really like it was the weirdest thing.
I fucked her before she had kids.
Oh yeah, okay.
I don't think I fucked a girl after she had kids.
That don't count. Yeah, I fucked. Oh, if that's the case, then yeah.
I'm lying. I fucked the nigga baby mama. With him.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I did fuck a bitch that had kids. That's right. My
I don't
bad.
remember who the chick is, but I had to.
Yeah, I forgot. That is right. And, and she had about four
I ain't got nothing
kids.
against the kids. It just hasn't come up. You know?
Okay. So here's my question to you. As a man, because we do have a lot of male listeners, and I think a lot of our episodes have been they've been saying it was for the ladies. So I want to make sure we do some talking for the men.
What's good?
So if there's any men listening, how do you approach a woman outside of maybe of course there's the website, but how do you get into these relationships where you say, okay, I want to pay you and I don't want to be in a relationship with you?
No, I don't. Like, you know, because it becomes one, you know, especially with the climate right now. I feel like you offer a bitch money for sex, man. You know, that's like more than a Me Too.
So you're waiting until you meet them first, and
it's like that kind of shit happens online. Like if I meet a girl in person who I like, man, like or if she likes me, unless she's trying to smash, I probably don't want to fuck with her, right? Because she's gonna want to be my girl.
She's gonna want to have you take on dates and all that. Yeah.
Man,
why aren't you having conversations like, "Hey, I'm only looking for XYZ"?
Because it doesn't matter, man.
No, it doesn't.
You can say
niggas say that, and bitches still want more.
Yeah, you can say
always.
You can say goddamn anything. You can say anything, man. You can say, listen, you know, all I want is to fuck, man. You know, I kill people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm about to rob a bank. I'm about to rob a bank after this.
I will agree with that.
And I got AIDS, right? And they'll still catch
Maybe not the last one. Maybe not the last one.
That's how you get that. Take it too far.
Yeah,
right?
but
my first relationship actually, and it's the reason that I refused to date married men because I feel like the karma was awful. I met a dude in a club, Roxy in Orlando. If any Orlando listeners, he never told me he was married, never told me he was going through separation, anything. 3 months later, I found out he had a wife, broke up with him, and then he left her and was with me. We were together for 2 years.
Oh, word.
And I always blame myself like, oh my God, even though I didn't know. And I really think it doesn't matter. And that's why, because chicks prove time and time again that it don't matter what you say. You might end up with me.
It don't matter.
And it's other niggas that say they don't want nothing, that things happen, which is why chicks really don't believe you.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I can't speak for the other
guys. The last
you know?
boyfriend I had in Florida, Latino dude I dated, was like, nope, I want this to be a one-night stand. Bam, meeting mamas, we in love, talking about marriage. That's how shit. It's crazy.
And that's why, to your point, why I got into this shit in the first place is because, you know, I just want to set expectations from the onset.
Do you ever have sex where you're not paying?
I don't remember the last time.
Whoa!
Are you serious?
Is
it because you're that scared of these girls having that emotional attachment to you and you just don't want to deal with that?
I think I had some bad experiences.
You're that scared of emotional attachment.
Yeah, because you
might need to see a therapist.
What's the average you're paying per time you have sex? 300 then? I'm trying to think.
I get it like there, or it would be some girls who just like, you know, like just some, you know, I'm paying some rents. Paying some rents and some phone bills and shit like that.
So I get into those.
So that is sugaring to me.
Yeah. I get into those situations where it becomes like a little bit more.
What's the? I mean, these chicks that you said live in New York. What's the rent you paying?
Oh man, there's some rents, man.
I'm curious.
There's like some 1200s.
Oh, that's about right. They must live in the Bronx.
Yeah. Yo, man, I was on the fucking site, right? This bitch was like, she was like, yo, can you give me an Uber? And it's from the Bronx. I'm like, all right. Bitch is broke as fuck. I get an Uber. All right, whatever.
That don't. First off, pause. That doesn't mean you're broke.
Yeah, that might just mean.
I tell niggas all the time, I'm not taking a train to go see no niggas. So if you want to see me, you gonna pay my Uber, and I live in the Bronx.
Okay. Hey, whatever.
So it doesn't mean I'm broke.
Hey,
just don't want to pay my Uber.
See, that reaction that he had, that was the same reaction that Andrew had, which is really interesting to me.
Yeah.
Because you just said. And I feel like there's this underlying thing, right? And I'm not shading you.
Yeah.
But like I've heard 2 men on the show say something like this about the Uber thing. And I'm very interested to know what it is about.
For me, the whole reason I'm doing this shit is like, one, is to keep the emotions out of it, but also because I want to keep it convenient for me, right? Now she's adding levels of inconvenience, right?
You're adding, if I know I'm dealing with a man who I'm not putting no investment in, and you're paying for my pussy, and all we're doing is sex, there's no reason why I'm going to put the investment out of my pocket.
See, the only time I am paying for Ubers if it's a date.
Whoa, take it easy.
Nah.
You guys are entitled to that.
Yeah.
To that feeling.
Right.
And as am I.
Okay, so sorry. Continue the story.
Feeling.
I didn't mean
I'll
to
get the Uber. I just don't mean I got to like it. And I might think, all right, maybe if I got to get this bitch an Uber every time, maybe she ain't going to work. I don't know. Maybe
Okay.
that's what I'm thinking. I don't know.
Okay.
Right? Hey, if you guys are entitled to not fuck with, hey, listen.
Where do you live?
Where do I live? I live on the Upper East Side.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, I get the fuck. I'm about to get the Uber.
So, and you don't
but
fuck
then
white girls?
But then I'm thinking, nah, real shit.
He closing up to Harlem.
I like,
Okay, that's true.
Yeah, I like
The Heights.
Yeah. But first, let me search his address real quick, man. Am I going? It's the projects or what? I'm just curious, right? It was a motherfucking high school, and I was like, I was that motherfucker. It was in the middle of the day on the weekends.
Wow.
I was like, oh, okay.
Wait, it was a high
It
school?
was a high school, so I didn't call it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
so
God.
Wow, yo, bitches out here wilding, man. Well, watch out, niggas. Hey, niggas.
Hey, I ain't gonna
Watch
lie. I
out.
think I might have my shit right out of high school.
Yo, I'm just saying, man. You can get. I don't know what the age of consent is here.
I
in
mean,
New
I was
York.
getting flown out in high school by NBA players, but I mean, I was 18.
Right,
I was 18.
out of high
You were
school.
18.
I was
though.
18.
You were 18. I don't know. That's just.
Nah, I wouldn't have wanted to pick up no bitch from high school either.
Nah, chill.
So,
That's
okay.
what I'm saying. It could have been the fucking cops.
So you're having first date dinners, right?
Yeah.
First date dinners, and then she's at dinner.
Oh no, but the shit is set up from the onset. Like,
Oh,
like,
great.
Like,
So
she
you're like,
knows- she
hey,
knows
if it
she's
goes
going-
well,
she
can
knows
you
we
come
fucking.
to my place?
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure. Like I got.
Have you ever had such a great chemistry with a sugar baby that it came to where she didn't want you to pay, or like she didn't even care if you paid?
Yeah.
Is that often? Like, how does that work? for you?
Yeah, I mean that's happened. A few. That's happened. That happens.
That's women
Yeah,
still
it
trying
go-
to
it goes
change.
into
They're
the
trying to
point.
shift the
It-
narrative.
hard
it
to
goes
find,
in-
bro.
Yeah, it
Still
goes-
trying to shift the narrative.
It goes into the it goes out pretty frequently. You know, if it's like something that's prolonged, like if it's like after multiple times, whatever. It's like, yeah, she tries to. She said, no, I just want to, let's just hang
Do you
out,
let it
know?
happen?
To a certain extent,
Since
but-
you acting a little cheap about the Uber, I figured you'd take some.
No,
free
it's not.
pussy.
It's not cheap. It's it's inconvenience for me. I'm just.
Now,
Open
do
the
you,
app and press.
Are there any off limit?
I'm entitled to feel like
You
listen,
are. You got
check
it.
this out, man.
I mean, I guess
get-
if you're paying for it every time and you tag on Ubers from the Bronx, right? Maybe $40.
Yeah.
So you're already saying I'm spending another $100 to get you.
It's not even about that. It's just more like, oh fuck, all right, whatever.
How-
There's more steps.
How often are you? You said you haven't. You can't remember the last time you didn't pay for it. How often are you having sex on a?
Not that often, like I work really hard. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm actually work more than everything.
How many sugar babies do you have in rotation right now?
You should have came with these answers.
More than 5?
Nah, we about 5, man. But then it'll be like
5 in rotation.
Yeah, it'll be like.
Have you ever gotten them together?
Nah.
Do you ever pay for like threesomes or anything else that's like a little out there?
I haven't. I'd be down for it, but like I don't know, man. Like you said, I'm vanilla, man. So I've had my fair share of threesomes. I just feel like it's just overrated, man. Like I like fucking one chick more than I like threesomes.
What an amazing person Tayomi is. I think we all have been fans of her How to Ride video, which is why we wanted to bring her in. She's known as a sex coach and sexpert, and she's beautiful and amazing. But we started to get in the conversation of non-monogamy, and I feel like this was an episode where I actually pressed a guest the most. For the most part, when guests come on the show, I really like to take the role of, even if I don't believe them, I just kind of sit there and let y'all come for their neck in the comments. But I just couldn't let this one go. As somebody that prides themselves on being communicative and respecting marriage, this kind of fucked me up. Check out episode 43, featuring Glamazon Tayomi.
Because me and Weezy just spoke about this. Non-monogamous. Entering a non-monogamous relationship with someone means what?
So non-monogamous is like basically an umbrella. Non-monogamy will basically categorize everything else we're seeing here.
Okay.
So it's like the umbrella. It means that you are not with just one person, whether that be socially, meaning living together and all that, or sexually, meaning solo, just with sex with one person.
Okay, so polyamorous, we've talked about this. Do you want to give that one real quick? We don't have to stay on that one. We talked about that.
Polyamory is basically having a relationship with other people where everyone involved knows what's going on and everyone has the consent of everyone involved for all this stuff to go down.
Okay.
And it's not just about sex, it's also romantic partners as well. And most of the time people have like a primary partner, and then everyone else outside the primary partner is considered a paramour.
A paramour. Okay,
Yeah.
I've never heard of that one.
Look,
But
it's
she's
a whole glossary
she's like,
of this
"It's a
shit.
whole-"
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's
Okay.
a lot.
And so that's polyamorous. What is a solo poly?
So, a solo poly is a person who doesn't have a primary partner and they choose not to take on a relationship that takes on the form of a traditional relationship.
It's like Dub. Dub is polyamorous.
Ah, like a
but-
unicorn.
I mean, I guess if you want to call it
Well,
that.
if a unicorn is polyamorous, because unicorn could just be somebody that's guest starring, really.
Right.
Yeah, so this person, they hold down multiple romantic and sexual relationships without having a primary partner and without choosing to be in a relationship that looks like the typical, like, I'm dating this one person, like a typical girlfriend,
So would that be like
boyfriend,
Nola
right?
Darling? Have you watched She's Gotta Have It?
But she
no, she doesn't.
Poly is when, correct me if I'm wrong,
Everyone needs to know about each other?
Yeah, and everyone doesn't know about each other, so she's not poly.
Just, I guess,
okay.
She's just fucking.
Damn, I thought I was solo poly for a
so
little bit.
I skipped a little bit, but triads. I guess that was definitely what I had then.
A triad and a quad is basically a polyamorous relationship where everybody lives together in the
Oh.
same household. So if it's 3, it's tri. If it's 4, it's quad.
And that's under the polyamor. But,
Yeah, but-
in that sense, they're all dating each other and can't have outside relationships. They're all one big
right,
relationship.
they're all like one big unit, living together, all contributing to each other's
Right,
like
right.
financial wellness and all that stuff.
Ah.
So, but it's like there could be a primary partner within that, but they're all just together.
Okay, and then swingers, we've talked to you guys. We pretty much know what swinging is. So you don't practice any of these.
Well, we didn't bring up
No.
non-binary, did
Oh,
we?
Well,
non-binary.
non-binary is basically people who are in relationship that do not subscribe to gender roles.
Right.
So,
Because,
so like
people generally, we
pansexuals.
talk about like gender being non-binary.
So that would be
that's why I
like
was curious. like-
pansexuality?
yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
not identifying with gender roles. So of all of these labels, you say throw all them shits away.
They're
throw-
okay. Listen, it's nothing wrong with practicing any of that. The main focus is, are you practicing love? Because a lot of people, what they do is they get into these relationships, but there's still boundaries, there's still rules, there's still control, there's still jealousy, there's still all these things that pop up because they're not remembering the love in it. And also, they don't have a real purpose for why they're even in this type of relationship. It's like, okay, so you want to be polyamorous, but what is your purpose? Is it just so that you can fuck other people? And that's it? Because if that's it, that's not going to go anywhere.
Right.
Having a purpose in your relationship is a destination because it's a relationship, a ship being a vehicle. So this has to carry you somewhere. If you don't have a purpose, then why are you even doing it?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because for the polyamorous person who has a primary partner, and then you have all these other people, what is your purpose for having all these other people? Is it just so you can fuck other people? Because if that's the case, why are you even having this title?
Right.
Like, it doesn't make
And
make
so
sense.
free love is different from these in what?
It's just
What is
love.
free love?
So
Love is-
I
free
called
love is
it
love?
I called it free love because the average person won't understand that love in itself is free. Love is freedom. So for me to be able to explain it to people where they understand is to call it something, to give it a label.
Okay.
But really it has no label. My husband and I love each other and we love everyone in our lives the same. Love is freedom. And within that, he doesn't require for me to change anything about myself. I don't require for him to change anything. And we have multiple partners in our lives. And that does not mean that all of our partners are sexual partners.
Okay.
His mother is a partner. My mother is my partner. His sisters, his brothers, his business partners, his friends,
All right.
these are all partners.
I hear you. I got a question coming.
So the love that we practice is just love. And we don't hold any restrictions on each other.
Cheating doesn't exist in your relationship. There's no way that
because
he could cheat or you could cheat.
The only way that we can cheat is if in our minds we forget who we are to each other and we forget that we're on the same team. It's not about what we do or don't do with our bodies because our bodies don't mean anything. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. But when people get into relationships, they believe they have dominion over the other person's body. Oh, you're mine now, so you're not allowed to go and have sex with someone else. But love says you're free to do what you want to do and don't do what you don't want to do. So for me to say, hey, Naeem, you can't go share your dick with anyone else because I own you. That's not love. That's not love. That's me being in my ego. He's free to do whatever he wants to do. and he chooses to be with me. Likewise, do I choose to be with him? So our definition of cheating is if in my mind I'm like, Naeem's a fucked up person. Like my ego's telling me bullshit that I know is not true. And then I start believing it. And then I start attacking him. That's true infidelity. When you start forgetting that your partner is an innocent party who you trust and who you love, and then you start attacking them because you're believing lies that your ego is telling you.
Right. Wait, so you're saying cheating has nothing to do
with what we do or
person.
don't do with our bodies. It has everything to do with how we think about each other.
Well, not even
in
our bodies,
minds.
right? Because a lot of people say that you can cheat just by texting someone else or being like emotionally involved with someone else. So
it's funny because I
feel
feel
like
like
cheating has nothing to do with.
But so many
another person.
women look for their partner to be doing something wrong, and so I guess
you gotta really look at it. What are you basing your relationship on? Are you basing it on love, which is the content, or are you basing it on the form, meaning sex, romance, text messages, phone calls, dates? Who you talk to, who you interact with.
So
because if you're
what does it
basing,
mean though for what then if that's not cheating, then what is it called when our average definition of cheating, where someone's partner ends up sleeping with someone else and they're being lied to? Then what's that
just
called?
miscommunication?
That's people labeling it whatever they want to label it, because the average person in a relationship believes that they're in a situation where they have control over someone. So of course, if you're in a relationship where you feel like you own someone and you have dominion over whatever they do with their bodies, of course you're going to call that cheating. But we're not playing games here.
So like, I'm gonna play devil's advocate because I feel like everyone that's listening is like, this bitch is nuts.
Now, well, yeah, it's gonna sound crazy. You want to know why?
Fair,
because the average person out here doesn't think this way.
Well, the average person
society
as well, but I do
relationships.
I'm really trying to like stay on the same track here. I don't give a shit if the person I'm with fucks someone else. I think that has nothing to do with what we have.
And you are thinking the correct way.
But I can't tell you that I don't call someone being lied to and like sleeping behind someone's back cheating. So like that's where I'm confused, because this is something that works for me and you. Mm-hmm. But to someone else that it doesn't work for two people that are consenting that they just want to be the only ones, then what? What about monogamous people?
Well, for monogamous people...
So are we only talking about in terms of people that are non-monogamous?
No. See, this is the thing. If you are a person that wants to be monogamous and you and your partner have an agreement that, we're only going to be with each other.
Right.
That's completely fine. But the question is, are you subscribing to love, or do you care more about the form? Who you do what with, where you go, all that stuff. Because if love is the main thing that's holding you together, whether you are in a monogamous relationship or not, it should not matter what someone else does with someone else, because love cannot be threatened. There is nothing that can ever be done, nothing you can ever do with anyone else that will threaten the love that you and your partner have for each other.
I believe that
However,
but what if
are you subscribing to ego? If you are going behind your partner's back and being sneaky and doing things, no, of course you are, because you're forgetting love in that moment. If you love your partner, open communication, that should
and we
be
say that all
a
the time.
go.
It's probably more so the communication. That if you're lying and you're being deceitful, I guess we call it cheating.
Lies,
she would
deceit,
call it lie, deceit, like
greed, jealousy. Those things come from fear, right? Fear is of the ego. If you love your partner, you know that even if they went out there and fucked 1,000 dicks or sucked 1,000 pussies, like, it's not going to change the love that they have for you. But at the same time, it's like, in the midst of that, can you still see your partner as the loving person that you trust, even if they decide to go and flex their autonomy? Because whether you guys have this contract or not, they're still free. Now, and that's the whole thing. Like, can you still...
For you, though, how does it work in your relationship where you just said, like, I don't own him, blah, 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 and these things that are true? How do you feel when he's with someone else? Do you need to know? Are there any rules that you have?
No. Why do I need to know about where he's going and what he's doing what with? Like, I don't track his movements when he's like, I'm going out the house to help my mother. I'll be back. I don't question that. But then as soon as he's going out the house to be with somebody else that's not a mother or a friend, now I'm supposed to jump down his throat and ask him where he's going and what he's doing? For what?
So what commitment is, what is your commitment to each other then? Because a lot of people feel like
that's it.
Love. So
That's
you don't.
it.
So you don't need anything else. Is there any?
No, there's not. What else is there?
So for example, like a lot of things that I need personally, and maybe it is my ego or an insecurity, but if like you're married, I'd feel like I would need someone to know when someone's home with me. Like I would want to know if I was gonna come home and someone wasn't there. That's very important to me. Or if they make a plan. I feel like to me it's at least considerate. So how do you? Because you're saying you don't feel like you're owed any of that.
No, I'm not. He does not owe me an explanation.
But you're the primary partner.
No, I'm one of his partners, and we just so happen to be married.
Okay,
but
so you don't use the word primary at all.
No, because he has many partners in his life.
Even though, as a wife, you still don't think primary is a good word.
Why? I mean, look. Yeah, I'm married to this man because we've chosen to be, but just because I have this title of wife now doesn't change anything about the love that
Not
we
that
share.
it has anything to change about the love, but like we talked about when you were going over these.
We don't.
Right, I know you don't have the labels.
We don't do none of that.
Now, does that title change, or are you open about your title with him when you have other partners? Do you have other partners as well?
Yeah, I just told you all of our partners are not just sexual or romantic partners.
Right.
So
and he's
all limited to the sexual partners then, because that's where I think a lot of our listeners don't understand
People
this idea
get
of monogamy.
completely confused because people put more importance on sex over love. So, and this is where people get themselves fucked up in love most of the time because you're placing more emphasis on form, which is sex, which in itself doesn't mean anything because sex can be used for violence, and sex can also be used to heal and to join together. But people use something that is completely meaningless in itself to harm themselves in separating themselves from the next person simply because, oh, you had sex with someone else. Our sexual partners, I don't know how many he has. He could have 1,000. I don't ask him that because it doesn't matter to me.
For those of you that are avid listeners of the show, you've probably heard the joke that I love pink dick, which is not necessarily the case. Just because I fucked a white guy or two does not mean that I will not call out the audacity of caucasity when you come for one of my bitches next. Check out this clip from episode 44 with Michelle Hope. Before we let our guest even speak, I had to get a few things off my chest. I also want to say, I know that I'm the chill one on the show. I feel like I try to do a good job with being the friendly bitch, but I spazzed. And I'm not proud of it, but I did it for us. Check this clip.
Y'all hoes. I mean, we actually did.
This is a shout out to one of our favorite podcasts, The Read.
Okay.
We
gotta read this
We never
week.
name names. We never really go off on anybody. And Mandii replied to this girl, and she is very lucky. I'm not going to say her name, but I'm just going to try to. All right. I'm so irritated because I just fucking remembered about this. So this girl writes in on a picture of Lisa Spliffson, who came. And if you guys got to hear that episode, she's a fin dom who Michelle Hope describes very radical. She's got a lot of opinions. She used the word white supremacy a lot. And had a lot of anger. She's been violated in a lot of ways. So she told her story. Anyway, here's the comment that...
Please don't. Are you going to read it all? Okay.
It's
pretty bad, guys.
It's bad.
So listen to it.
And this bitch tried it.
And then y'all can come up with your own opinion.
Oh, I would
think
love
that,
y'all to write.
I think that Weezy is overreacting.
You think I'm overreacting?
I responded in a fine way. Like
you responded the way that you should have, nicely. And
so now I'm
not
PC?
overreacting.
So now I'm PC.
No, you did what you should have done. We should be taking. Look, listen.
Okay, listen to the comment, y'all.
I will tell you if
this episode.
Listen to the comment.
Thank you. Can I get my black card back? Because Mandii about to fucking lose her talking about I'm overreacting. Bitch, listen to this.
Okay.
This
about
episode.
To get your nipple card back with that fucking top.
Oh well, I don't know.
I ain't mad at you.
Coming out.
Let them show. Let them glow.
All right. It's very hot in here, which is why my tits are out. I had a sweatshirt on. All right,
read it.
This episode made me sick to my stomach. Forget the ignorance and prejudice that was pouring out of it as a, all caps, white child sexual harassment victim. I'm telling you this. Take your explanation of child abuse with white supremacy, wrap it in a gift paper. That didn't make sense. And put it on the shelf. Never open again. I don't think you realize you're denying women to their own experience. Women of all colors, body shamed by men of all colors. The oppression of women stems largely, which she's right on this, from men's desire for power and control, the same need which throughout history has driven men to try to conquer and subjugate other groups, nations, and oppress other classes and groups in their own society, drives them to dominate and oppress women. Since men feel the need to gain as much power and control as they can steal away power and control from women. They deny women the right to make decisions so that they can make it for them, leave women unable to direct their own lives so that they can do it for them.
This is really long, guys. This is why she
was
reading
right
it this fast.
on that part.
And
Since
here's,
biological
this is the part
processes,
that pissed you off, right?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Since biological processes like sex, menstruation, breastfeeding, and even pregnancy were disgusting, women felt themselves disgusted too, and that brings me to the sexual power. That brings them to the sexual power women have over men. Men resent that feeling. It's a sign of weakness, and women are to blame as they're the one to produce it. And that means men can't complete the domination over women. They may be able to force women to cover their bodies and faces like slaves, but any woman that's capable of arousing powerful and uncontrollable sexual impulses inside them at any moment. I got your call. I got that you call your podcast a black podcast, but you are so exclusive. It hurts me on a socioeconomic level. Mandii replied to her and said, everyone has their own experiences. We've had many different people on the show. Sorry if Lisa's experience is different from your own. Perhaps we'll have someone on the show that shares your views. I just want to tell you something. I read it and I got irritated and I thought about the word socioeconomic and how has this impacted your money or your job or your livelihood? Because let's take it for a second. You love to capitalize that you were white. So on a socioeconomic level, how the fuck did you get offended economically? I mean, really, when black podcasts are the minority, black people are the minority, well, what the fuck are you? How are you really affected by hearing a black girl tell her fucking struggle, and then here you are with these white fucking tears about how you're left out? How the fuck did Lisa feel her whole fucking life, or every fucking black girl that goes through shit, even especially if it's with a white man, and someone saying, oh, hey, you know, it's okay, get over it, but now we gotta cater to your motherfucking white ass on our black ass podcast because God forbid we have some black bitch on here talking shit about somebody that looks like your daddy. No, the fuck you didn't. And if it's such a problem, you should have never have ever have followed our black asses, half black asses, whatever the fuck you want to say. You shouldn't have even indulged. Even bring it up. You sound dumb. I know it's a black podcast, but I'm hurt. Bitch, shut the fuck up. Do you know how many black girls have been hurt? Do you know how many black girls were feeling Lisa? Not to mention how I was embarrassed that we had black men on here talking about Spanish women and how they're better. Do you know how many black girls were hurting? And where the fuck were you? You weren't offended because your hair is good too. Fuck you. Matter of fact, Monica, Marika, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Most of the girls that are findoms are white. Do you know how many black ones are there? Not a fucking lot. Not a fucking lot. She's fetishized for being black, being big, being whatever, and here you are being hurt on a socioeconomic level. What does that even fucking mean? Did this podcast really take you away from work for the day because you were so fucked up? Anything that you listen to is catered towards you, is catered to your demographic. And one fucking black girl, I swear to God, like, it almost blows me.
She was this mad. Yeah.
This is a podcast for people of color.
Michelle is looking like,
and if I left out a
what
few
did I
white
walk
girls,
into?
I'm sorry, because I feel like we've always, like, we ride for any fucking woman. But here you are having to tear this bitch, us, a new asshole, for having the nerve to bring another black bitch on our black ass podcast. Bitch, you gonna have to go. And if it fucking sacrifices me to have a shitty
throw the whole
review,
listener away. That's what
her.
she said.
I don't
throw
care.
the whole listener away. We just don't.
Because you know what? I told Mandii when I started this show that I didn't want it to be a black podcast because I wanted it to be inclusive
of everyone.
But fuck it. If that's what we had to do, that's what we had to do. Because if you can't sit and listen to a black girl tell her feelings, then bitch, you gotta go.
You gotta throw the whole person away.
Fuck it. Leave your 1-star review. Suck my dick. You can kiss my ass. I don't even know Lisa. I never spoke to her again. But I can tell you this. I get it. And bitch, a lot of other white people that listen to it got it. And no one sat there and said, oh my God, she's talking so much shit about white people. I can't stand this. And I'm so offended. Bitch, maybe she was offended when you sat there and said you were hurt on a socioeconomic level. Bitch, how the fuck did it affect you?
Ooh. I know you are so happy you got that shit out.
I was. Whew. And that's all I had to say.
So it's 2018 and I thought I had done it all. However, I had literally my most freakiest, nastiest, wildest night of sex in my life. And I shared it with you guys this year. So for this portion of the best of 2018, please enjoy my freakiest, wildest, sexiest, nastiest, wildest fucking night of my life. Enjoy.
Even Weezy hit me when I I'm about to share the story of what happened on my freakiest, nastiest sex session ever. But I sent
you
Weezy,
made this whole I'm not even saying my story.
I sent Weezy the pictures of this nigga, and she was like, "Bitch, you lying." She was like, "Bitch, he fine as fuck."
But the thing is,
gorgeous.
Same with me. Like, I've never done anything like anally with a guy that wasn't like super,
That's not
like,
attractive.
mask or attractive, and I think it's because when they're that fine, they just be like, bitch, so, like, I don't know what it is. Like,
The
they're just
confidence.
so confident.
They just know. They just know, and nothing deters them. I guess we could call this shit story time. I don't know what we're gonna call it, but the horrible decision for this week.
I don't know. We'll come up with later.
I'm waiting to see what Weezy gonna say, but basically, it's the nastiest, freakiest sex session ever. And if you guys know, I did not attend the Drizzy Drake concert with Weezy because when she called me and invited me to this concert of hers, I said, "Sorry, I'm getting dick."
Or booty hole.
And booty hole and all of this. So I literally.
Oh, by the way, let me
What?
cut you for a second. There was someone on Twitter today that was saying that we make this shit up, and I feel like this was so crazy. You can't. Honestly, even the one that I'm about to tell, you asked me like 2 or 3 hours ago, do you have a story? I was like, I'll figure it out. And this shit is real.
Yeah, so, bitch, we ain't getting paid by Mona Scott. Mona Scott ain't out here writing our script.
Oh, but bitch, the second we do, I'll start scripting my shit, ho. I'll be like, it was a cold, rainy night. We had a longie.
So basically, Weezy called me and invited me to the Drake concert, and I was like, no, bitch, I'm getting dick. So this guy who we've been on and off talking for about 4 years, he came to New York.
Have you ever fucked him?
We had never fucked, no. But over the last, like, maybe 2 weeks, we rekindled. He hopped in my DM, and I just was being dry with him because I was like, what you want?
Why was he here?
He came here for me, specifically.
Stop
Actually,
playing.
I swear to God.
Oh, that nigga ain't shit.
I swear
One
to
night?
God, I know. Yeah, one night. He ended up buying a whole new flight to leave a little bit later. At the dinner table.
I was about to say the pussy the dick good.
Bitch, at the dinner table. So he came here, and prior to him getting here, we had talked about all these nasty things that we wanted to do. And I was just making sure, because I had already let him know, like, listen, there's a nigga I fuck right now who fucks the shit out of me, and I'm good. So I'm like, if you not trying to do no shit that he can't do, I'm cool. Like, I don't need no, like, one-off
Did y'all go back
type
to your
dick.
place, or he got like?
No, we got a room in Times Square because, bitch, I had to work the next day.
Wow.
So I was like, listen, I'm not commuting.
You gotta be in the
Bronx.
city.
Like, I wanted to be in the city. So he was like, bet. So I met him right after work, got off early on Friday, and went straight to the room. And when I got to the room, he was just so fucking sexy. And I didn't want to fuck him. I was starving, though. I hadn't eaten lunch because I
He's
was
really
so
good
stressed.
looking.
I was stressed that day, didn't eat lunch. So I'm like, I'm starving. Can we go eat?
I'm trying to pick an actor or something he looks like.
Just fine. We could just think of Boris Cujo or something. He like just fine like that because he like 6'7", beautiful, tatted, like
6'7"?
Yeah, 6'7". So, anyways, so
Did we doubt her?
you know, no. I thought that I was going to be able to make it to dinner before fucking him, but he was just looking too sexy. So I went ahead and just started sucking his dick, and I was like, "Can we do a quickie? Like, I know that." We both hungry, but can we just get a quickie? I said, do you come fast? Like, can you come fast? Because there's niggas that I fuck that want to go like 45 minutes. Nah, bro, I can't do that right now. He was like, yeah, I got it. So we fucked, and it was great. Fucking bomb.
How fast?
No, for the quickie, it was still probably like 5-6 minutes. Like, but.
What do you mean, oh no, it's probably like, that bitch, that's.
I mean, it was a good fuck. Like, we got more than one position in, so it was cool. So then
that's what really destitutes. Is that the right word?
Destitutes? I don't think that's a word at all.
Destitute is like when you're out and high and dry.
Destitute?
Destitute's a word. It's when you're like left alone, but that's not what I meant. That really designates. That's what I meant. Bitch. Check me, ho. Check me, bitch. Check me. Now we loud like I was a therapy episode, nigga.
What did you say that it was?
I said
what did you say?
but I meant designates.
What did you say the definition of destitute was?
Destitute is when you're like left high and dry, like alone, or when you're stranded. What? Read it.
Okay.
What's it say?
Without the basic necessities of life, not having.
Yeah. So that I was gonna say the positions to me designate a good quickie.
Yeah.
If you can get in a bunch of shit.
We did like 2 positions. It was a quickie.
And you sucked the dick. That's
and
a quickie.
I sucked the dick. And it was good. So then we went to dinner. We ended up going to.
Did you come?
Yeah. No, well, no. That first time, no. But it was a quickie. But I was like, ooh, this dick big. It's good. Like, and I told him while I was sucking his dick, I was like, Snapchat did your dick no justice, sir. Like, sir, this shit is bigger in person. Goddamn.
You use Snapchat?
You catfish the fuck out of me with
Can
your
I tell
dick.
you an app? And I want to give everybody this app. Use an app called Wickr. Wickr. This is an app that's way better than Snapchat because it detects screen recording. It'll block you off the app.
Snapchat does that now.
Okay, cool. It'll
does.
block you off the app. It's completely encrypted, where Snapchat isn't, I think. It's not encrypted. And this app has second delay, replay delay, like all of that shit, kind of like Snapchat, but it's especially for messaging. And I learned it because of the field I'm in.
Oh, okay.
Check it out, Wickr.
Well, no, I'm cool with Snap. I like the filters. But anyway, so like I told him his dick was way bigger than I thought it was gonna be, and I was like, damn, why we been going 4 years on and off? I could have been had this. So he wanted steak, so we ended up going to STK for dinner. I was like, ooh, that's my favorite restaurant, but y'all know I can't eat a lot no more, so I just split the size.
Which STK? Midtown or are you talking?
We went to the one in Midtown.
Classy.
And then, so before he came, we had been talking about me fucking him with a strap on, because I was.
Was that the plan that night though?
It was.
Okay.
So I had been making him put fingers in his ass for me, bending over in the shower. Like, he was making a lot of videos with playing with his ass. And I was really, really excited because, as Weezy said, I'm addicted to the booty hole, or obsessed. What was my obsession with the booty hole?
You're obsessed. They think I'm obsessed with white men, and they think you're obsessed with booty holes.
Well, his booty hole was very pretty. And so after
What's a pretty asshole?
Okay, so a pretty asshole.
Is it pink?
I mean, you deal with pink niggas.
No.
My
Is it
niggas
like
be brown?
No.
Their
I'm
assholes
saying
are gonna be brown.
Yes, it's pink. Everything's pink on the inside.
No, I'm not looking at the inside of the booty holes.
You don't be seeing it when you
I
pull
don't
the
be
thing out?
gaping at them niggas. Chill,
Oh.
bro. Chill.
I thought you dumb.
I don't be gaping niggas.
Oh,
and
sorry, I
spread-
took it too far now.
Yeah, now
you just
you took
fucked
it
him in
too
the
far,
ass,
bro.
and I'm like, whoa.
So we ended up going to
Hairbrush, bitch? That wasn't too much?
But it doesn't gape them open. But we ended up going to the pleasure chest. I ended up getting a new strap on, and it was actually like, it looked like a real dick, this one. I know the last one was a prostate toy. This one looked like a real dick, and it was thick. I wouldn't fit it in my booty hole. It was a little big, but I was excited to use it on him. So
You couldn't fit it in yours.
No.
Can you
But I also can't
Would you be
fit-
willing to put up on Instagram the picture that you sent me
Yeah.
of the strap on?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's reference the episode
yeah,
number.
I'll go ahead and put up a picture of the strap-on that I used. And it was actually really good. So I'll go ahead and I left the box in the hotel room, but I'll figure out what brand it was and let you guys know.
How much did you pay for it? Pleasure chest
70.
expensive.
So it was a $70 strap-on, and it came with the dildo and the strap.
Now,
which
I
was
just want to
really
know. I've never bought a strap-on for someone.
Mhm.
So I bought a strap-on for a guy and a woman, a prostate simulator, and a regular strap-on. And I never bought it with them there.
Oh, he was there, and he was looking at a lot of the other toys. But I even asked the lady who was working there, "Hey, can you come help me to let me know which one I should get?" Because I liked the one
And then
that I
did
had.
she look at him? Well, wait, you tell us,
With
nigga.
his beautiful ass, nope. He just stood there and like.
Well,
was
no,
just
because of
really
the
but he
size.
was really normal. Like, I mean, and
Where's he from?
we're not gonna put all that out there.
Oh, it's
'Cause
like
I don't
that?
need. Yeah, I don't need. We're not gonna put all that
With
out there.
specifics.
Well,
I asked that because, like, I feel like if it's a metropolitan city, like, if he's super chill, you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, he's from the DMV.
Okay. So I say that because, like, I pegged a guy from the Midwest, and I remember him telling me he was getting anxiety about picking one out to bring.
Well, see, and that's the thing. So I decided to buy it because it was gonna be mine. If I can use it on another booty
you
hole,
paid
I
for
will.
it?
Yeah, it's mine. He wasn't gonna take it back home with him. And I don't think that a man should buy a toy that I'm liable to use on another nigga. Like, that's my motherfucking toy.
Good for you.
So
I wouldn't care.
I mean,
a lot of you niggas.
I mean, so we ended up going back to the room and
Niggas
we
paid for
we fucked 4 more times in the room. So I just want to let you guys know the entire night we fucked 10 times total. I will say it is Monday. We fucked Friday. My body still feels like I ran a marathon. Like, so we kept going. When I got back to the room, I used the prostate kit on him that I got from the Adam and Eve box, and I just went straight to the biggest one. So while I was sucking his dick, I was using one of the prostate toys to go in and out of his butt. I used a lot of lube on it.
How
as
did he
well.
smell?
I mean, not like shit, thank God. I ain't smell like
good.
it wasn't no dirty booty hole.
I'm saying you went to STK.
I mean, yeah, but
they got great mac and cheese, bitch. I'm trying to keep bitch, I'm hungry at all
it's not
times,
like
nigga. I know you don't like to eat no more,
it
but
wasn't.
bitch.
It wasn't like to where I mean, it wasn't messy, like, because I had ate his ass before I was putting that in there, so, because I didn't want to eat the lube. It wasn't a tasting lube, so I wanted to make sure I ate all the ass I could before I added all the lube in there. And then, so, yeah, so I was just licking him, and then before he came, I told him I really enjoyed moaning. So he was making sure to be vocal with me. And he did a ton of moaning.
Let's
and
get
then
one.
Finally, what?
Let's get one.
What do you mean, a moan? I can't do a man moan. I can do a girl moan, but no, it didn't. That's a grunt, bitch.
Oh, no.
That is not a moan. But basically, after I was sucking his dick and ended up getting on top, bitch, I actually rode dick this time. This is how much this was a whole different scenario for me.
No, nigga.
Real quick.
You're skinny now.
So I rode the dick. Then I went and got the strap on. I said, "Can I fuck you?" And he was like, "Yeah." And so basically, the first time I fucked him,
missionary.
The first time I did, yeah.
Why is that so disarming?
Wait, no, I'm lying. I ended up making him get on his knees because that's the easier way for me. But because he's 6'7", I realized it wasn't that easy for me. Like, I actually had to be up on my legs.
Hold on,
like
wait.
Guy.
On his knees, like bent?
Yeah, bent over for me, like holding his ass cheeks open for me to get in. I was so excited. It was beautiful. I slapped his ass and everything. Like, you ready? I'm gonna slap that ass.
Were you drunk?
What? Oh, by this time, yeah, we started drinking tequila. And we were drinking the tequila because we were going to the sex club.
That's why his booty holes open.
Bitch, we was going... Tequila don't just be making niggas' booty holes open.
I'm telling you, make my
Look, now none of the niggas listening gon' drink tequila no more.
Get the fuck out of here, that gay shit. I don't do no Don Julio, nigga. Hennessy, hoe. You ain't fucking me in my ass with no Hennessy, bitch. Try me, hoe. You know, a New York nigga. Down the bottle before they.
No, you know these New York niggas. Do say now.
Oh,
no more
right.
Henny. It's do say.
Facts.
You know, do say.
When I was at Drake, this is quick. I got this girl I was with a drink. I'm like, what do you want? She's like, I'll take Douce. And I got to the counter. I'm like, can I get a Stoli and a if we don't have it. we don't. We have a Jameson is what we have. Y'all niggas took it up.
We ended up fucking multiple times. Again, we actually fucked 5 times before we went to the sex club. So got to the sex club. And
which one did you go to?
The same one that I went to last
Caligula
Halloween. I went to Caligula for...
Isn't that in Queens?
Yes, it is. So any of you guys who are in New York, this sex club does cater to an all-black crowd. Missy is the promoter, so if you're ever going and you want to go to a black party...
Did you pay?
Missy... He paid for us.
Oh, no, I meant like because like it's a sex club and we're like sex hoes.
Yeah, no, well, he paid. I didn't care about it charging because he
I've
paid.
been offered like sex club shit like in my DMs.
We went to, you went to NSFW. Yeah. But no, I paid. It wasn't that expensive. Y'all know Weezy the one that be going to the expensive shit. This was $80 for a couple.
Wow.
Yeah. It was $80 for a couple.
What is it, free for women?
No, $25 for women, which is free.
Yeah.
And so we went, and he actually was not, like, too big
Wait,
on...
were y'all planning to go to the sex club?
Yes, it was in a plan. Bitch, let me tell my goddamn story,
I'm excited.
Goddamn, I ain't been able to get through shit for this goddamn shit.
So you made the plan.
We made the plan, went to the sex club. We had already finished about half the bottle of tequila. By this time, I had already also been in his ass about 2 or 3 times. And so we got to the club, and I had let him know, like, you're more than welcome to, like, I would love to watch you please someone else. Like, that's...
What time of night was it?
This was 12:30, 1 o'clock.
Okay.
And so we got there, and he wasn't really feeling none of the other girls. So I do want to give a shout out to Andrew, because he did take the blue chew, because he was like, oh, I want to take that shit. Like, I want to be on that shit. So he took the blue chew.
Yeah, I got one too. I haven't used it.
And so in the first room that we had sex, it was in the couples room where basically other couples could have sex by you. And he wasn't like aroused by the couple next to us. So he just like wasn't feeling that.
Same with Jeeves.
He was just not feeling that. He was like, I don't know why this fat bitch had to be next to us. Like,
stop.
That's what he said. I'm just saying what he said. And bitch, I was a fat hoe at one time. So I can't sit here and say I was offended. Like, he was not physically attracted to the woman who was fucking her man next to us.
Did you find that? Do you think the people were attractive at Caligula?
So let me finish, bitch. Because we getting there. Because, bitch, I told you we ended up dealing with 3 couples. So, at one time. So,
oh my God.
Yes. So, we went into the other room, which allows everyone to just watch. And in there, we just, like, played with each other. And we were just fucking again. It was literally, we weren't paying attention to anybody else in the room. And we just fucked again. And then finally, before we went downstairs, we were passing the shower.
How many floors is it?
It's 2 floors.
Okay.
But all of the sexing takes place upstairs. And so there's a shower there. And so we were walking past the shower and we look in and there's 3 couples and the shit just looks lit. everyone is with their perspective, like, but they're all just having sex in a shower together. So we look.
Are they touching each other?
At this point, no. Everyone was just in the shower, but they were all with their couples. So we look at each other, and I'm like, "You want to go in there?" Because there was still room at least for one more couple. So I'm like, "You want to go in there?"
How many shower heads were there?
Bitch, I saw dick. I'm not counting
Hold
shower
on, no.
heads.
I mean, like,
know.
was it like a dry shower? Is this like...
No, the water was going. It was wetness going on in there. It was fucking, water is wet, bitch. It was wet.
No, I just mean, like, okay, is it like a prison shower? Like, there's everybody can get in?
No, it looks like a real shower that would be in like a really nice house, but it's really big with sliding doors. And shit.
Okay, gotcha.
So we opened the doors. Yeah, we opened the doors and we're like, "Hey, can we come in?" And you could tell like the girls had to scan first. So they were like, "Wait, who are you with?" And so when I pointed to him, they were like, "Oh yeah. Y'all could come in. Y'all could come in." I was like, "Bitch, I know."
My nigga fine in New York.
You know, my nigga's fine. So we went in there and I'm messing with my man, and there's two couples on either side of me, and there's a third couple all the way against the wall. And I'm looking, and I'm like, okay. Everyone in the room was good looking, and I don't know how. Like, bitch,
all the
everyone.
fine people found each other.
And literally, and I think we stayed away from all the uglies. I don't know, but bitch,
oh my God.
What? I don't.
That's
care.
a thing. No, that's a thing in a sex club.
No, it is. And so we're all
How
in
many
the
people
room.
do you think?
And bitch,
I'm sorry, I'm excited with these questions.
At this point,
how many people do you think were in the club total?
Oh God, at least 80 to 100. It was packed. I even told my roommate, I was like, bitch, this is the most. It was more packed than Halloween.
How many times have you been there?
This is only my second time. So we were in the shower, and at this point, like, I'm starting to feel on the girls next to me. You know, I had to start the shit. So I'm, like, feeling on the girl's titties next to me because she's cute, like a really cute dark-skinned black girl, beautiful, like had these beads in her hair, and she had a little bubble butt, like she looked like she used to run track or something. So I'm, like, feeling on her because she's super cute, and then
pass the baton, asshole.
And then listen, bitch. And then so as I'm sucking her titties, like her niggas fucking her. So then it starts just getting sexy. Next thing you know, then I decide I see the bitch I want in the shower. The bitch all the way in the corner. She's like an Indian, Middle Eastern, I don't know what the fuck she is. Long curly brown hair, exotic ass, beautiful face, olive skin, beautiful. So bitch, I just go over her and I just start fucking eating her pussy. I move her man out the way and I open her legs up and start making out.
What are we gonna call your guy?
I gotta come up with a name because I don't want to call him Pegum, but no, we're gonna come up with a name for him.
67. He's 6'7". What was 67 doing?
Bitch, Lawyer Bay is 6'7". I got mad niggas
He's
at 6'7".
Lawyer Bay, though.
Okay, we can call him 67.
So what was 67 doing?
So 67 then looked at me like, cause he was then like filling on one of the other couples. Well, not the couples, but the girl from the other couple. So next thing you know, because everyone in there is with their couples, so, or only one of them was using a condom. So next thing you know, the guy turns around and is like, yells out of the shower, "Who got condoms?" So they give us like a whole row of condoms, and then next thing you know, like everyone is swapping.
I would like to take this moment to apologize for being so fucking dumb and inconsiderate to anybody that may have had a triggering experience with what you're about to listen to. But this show is basically a place for us to learn, grow with you, teach you things we know, and laugh at our fucking mistakes. I really only shared this story because I don't work there anymore, but have a laugh at a clip from episode 85 on how I got out of work for a few days.
I ain't got time for the fucking bullshit. But I will say,
that's the truth. I don't have PTO for abortions, only vacations.
No,
I'm not
don't.
playing with this bullshit. Did I tell you about the time I lied about an abortion?
Did you share that?
I definitely didn't.
Wait,
I was still working
to
for
get
that
money
company.
out of a nigga?
No. I already had taken so much time off with my boss, but I really needed to go to.
You lied to your boss to say you had to get an abortion?
My boss was super chill. So this is my old company, right? And I was like, this nigga is not gonna believe me because I've been honest about hangovers, I've been honest about shit, but I needed to go on vacation to get some dick. It was Loverboy, and I was like, fuck, how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna get a few days off? So I pulled him in the conference room. I'm like, hey, I need to talk to you. Dude,
terrible that you're
I only
using
told
this.
the boys I did that, and they're like,
really
bitch,
bad.
how you lie about being pregnant? And I'm like, honestly, I don't know. So I was like, this is the only thing where it's like, he has to be really sensitive because I'm a woman, or he'll seem like a dick, and B, like, I could play super emotional if he just is a dick.
Right.
So I was like, I need to talk to you about something serious. Like, I'm pregnant, and
I want you to understand, I'm not going to keep it. I really love my job. And he's like, whoa, I don't want you to think about work. I was like, no, I want to focus. This is my year. But I do need some time for myself. He was like, okay. And I'm like, I scheduled it. Just like my date for the ticket. I was like, I scheduled it on April 28th.
So real quick.
And I'll probably need the weekend plus that Monday.
Real quick. Real quick. The fact that you really ain't shit. Can I tell you my ain't shit thoughts real quick? Because I feel like you told me I'm going to hell one time, and I said, bitch, right after you, ho. This is one of those things where I feel like what you just said was so ain't shit that they ain't going to come for me.
I had a great trip.
So I'll be real honest with you.
Didn't have a pregnancy scare. I thought that was God.
If we're getting into these pregnancy thoughts, I legit be thinking, so real quick, insurance or no insurance, abortion probably like $500 if you get it early. So I legit won't even think about fucking a nigga raw if I feel like he ain't got that money to give me. Because then I'll be like, I know I got a job, but do I want to come out $500? No. Oh, so I'm like, how hard is it going to be to ask this nigga for $500? Which is how I determine if he's ever worthy of raw dick, like raw pussy. And I'm just like, I know y'all be talking about me because I be talking about the brokies. But ladies, if you dealing with a nigga and you feel like you maybe don't want him to be your baby daddy, think about if he gonna have that $500 to give you.
That's a good point.
Because,
but you know what? I have to still say, I'm really tired of people being like, oh, why would you fuck someone raw that you wouldn't have a baby with? Because I'm not against abortion. That's why.
I'm pro-choice all
and
the way.
Risk over reward. Hold on.
We probably sound like some Asian. We sound like some Democrats. That's fine.
I'm a centrist / socialist. So I want to say.
Oh, you one of them other parties?
Yeah.
Oh.
I want to say I was watching. I was talking to a friend of mine. Oh, this is so fucked up.
Wait, bitch, we giving him 5 extra minutes.
All right, hold on.
We got to wrap
a
this
kid,
shit up.
right?
Go ahead.
And I went with her to an abortion before.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what made you have your kid this time? Like, whatever. And she was like, bitch, honestly, it would have been number 3.
Oh,
she's like, and I just felt like if I got to get one more. She's like, and I love the baby to death, but if I
know what's crazy?
Get another one.
If I think about my friends, I have friends like that now. Like, I can't get any more abortions because I've already killed 4, and I don't feel like I should be killing anymore.
You?
I said I have friends that have had 4 abortions.
Damn, look at the judgment in the room.
Right. Wait, y'all judging? Wait, no, I ain't had no 4 abortions.
One person did judge in the room, but it's cool.
You know, y'all real judgy. Eyes got big and shit.
I'm gonna say this: you get one,
real quick.
Boom.
Real
2, bitch, you gotta chill. Right after 2, you need
2. So all girls get 2 abortions. You say all girls get free passes
I'm just
for 2
saying,
abortions.
After 2, you should be really taking precautions.
How many
for
passes y'all think, girls? 2 abortions is cool. Do all of that shit. Huh? I'm not gonna lie. The older we get, so all of my friends now are in their early 30s, and it's now to the point where it's like, bitch, I'm too old to be getting abortions.
Search the web for how many abortions is too many.
So this has been the 2018 year wrap up for Whoreible Decisions. We want to thank you guys so much for supporting us, all of the patrons, everyone who tweeted us, who supported us on Instagram and our personal pages for making this happen and continuing this to grow. We want to thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. Because of our patrons, we are able to kick off 2019 with a tour. So Whoreible Decisions is coming to you live. We are starting it in the DMV, January 19th. We're following it up in Atlanta, 2/23. Then we're heading to motherfucking Toronto, the 6th. I don't know if Drake gonna be there, but we gonna try. That again is March 6th. Then we're going to Chicago on March 30th. We're also knocking up Houston. We're making it to motherfucking Texas. They said everything is big in Texas, so we're going to Texas, and that's 4/20. But bigger than ever, we are making it all the way to the West Coast in Los Angeles, California, also in New York City. Those are to be announced, but we want to thank each and every one of you guys for supporting us along this journey. This has not been easy, as y'all see with the therapy episode, but we have made it through triumphs like anyone does, like any fucking person does. Dealing with someone else is not always the easiest, but also learning and growing together makes this just so much more special. So we want to thank each and every one of you once again for all of the horrible decisions that you made and all of the horrible decisions yet to come. Thank you. And we hope to see you guys in 2019, baby. This has been yet another episode of Whoreible Decisions. Bye.